You have to see which topic.
Operation
Operation mismanagement. Okay, good. So I hope till yesterday's thing, whatever we studied, you also studied, right? Studied. Okay. Now tell me, which section talks about this operation? 241. Okay. Now what is operation, Sai Kiran?
Sir, operation is one which affects the rights of the shareholder. That is, anything happens which is prejudicial to the interest of the company or prejudicial to the interest of the shareholders.
Yes, prejudicial to the interest of the company or member.
Yes.
Okay. Then what is mismanagement?
Mismanagement is what happens due to the management, sir. Company's management.
Yeah, this maybe
prejudicial to the interest of
change in ownership.
the
Okay, change in ownership, change in control, alteration, or some worst decision taken by the companies. Okay, all those things. How to complain this operation mismanagement? Under section, which section talks about complaint? Which section talks about complaint?
Sir, section 244, sir, actually, who can complain?
Yeah, 244. 244 is that. Okay, then what is the recent amendment in that? Can central government send their suo motu thing for operation mismanagement?
Yes, sir, they can send.
Yes, that is the amendment. So, to Delhi bench tribunal, that is called principal bench of tribunal, central government can recommend to probe into the case of oppression. Okay, generally if they are guilty of fraud, okay, or serious injury caused to the industry.
Okay, sir.
Can you able to understand?
When the thing is very severe and
Exactly.
problematic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So on an inquiry, if the person found guilty, then immediately he will be disqualified for a period of 5 years. Even though the section 164 is not directly related to this, this is one of the amendment. Can you able to understand? So directed disqualification order, section 241 has to be merged. In case if there is any mismanagement done, under section 164, even though this is not mentioned in disqualification, please understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is happening. Okay, this is a recent amendment. Then, what is section 242? Raghavi,
Section
section 242.
It is a power of NCLT, sir.
Yeah.
So, in case majority of the shareholders become minority shareholders, then such minority shareholders can go and complain to the NCLT, and such NCLT will do two things, sir. One is they can either cancel the fresh issue. I mean, they become minority by virtue of fresh issue.
Okay. So any issue has been done to make the equal person minority kind of, then they will cancel or they will ask those person to purchase the shares.
They will give opportunity for minorities to purchase additional shares.
Exactly. Then they will do regularization. The tribunal will do some procedure to regularize all this nonsense. Okay.
And if for example, any of the agreements are prejudicial.
Agreements, exactly. Agreement, there are two types. One is related party agreement, another one is non-related party agreement. Okay. So both they can even say it is void. Or any undertaking has been transferred or any big asset has been transferred, they will say this is void and get it back.
Okay.
Then they can even remove the directors.
They can remove the directors
and appoint
directors.
Appoint new directors. This new director appointed who will be there for office for a period of how many days? How many years?
3 years.
3 years. Very good. This removed director cannot become director in any other company, right? For a period of 5 years. Okay.
5 years.
That we will see in consequences.
And
Okay.
They can also order for investigation, or they can order to wind up the company.
Yeah. Then whatever fines which is recovered, this will be transferred to IEPF. Because shareholders are affected, this is to help the shareholders. Okay. And they may impose some cost or anything like that. Okay, any amendment of alteration which they think is prejudicial, that is also they can probe. Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is 243?
Uh,
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. One point, sir.
Ah.
Setting aside of transfer
Ah.
of the property within 3 months before the date of application.
That's what I'm saying. They have transferred the property which is prejudicial to interest of the company. Okay, in last 3 months or something like that.
Yes.
Now tribunal will probe into the case and they will say this transfer itself is void.
Okay. It's deemed to be in this insolvency in fraudulent present.
See, exact kind of. அது நம்ம winding upல படிப்போம் fraudulent preference சொல்லிட்டு. Okay, that means you are doing some activity and later that activity came to light of the tribunal that this is a fraudulent activity. Can you able to understand? Okay. Raghav, we continue.
consequences of order by tribunal.
Yeah.
So NCLT tribunal rendu same than
NCLT தான் tribunal. National Company Law Tribunal.
Okay. So for example,
See, tribunal na NCLT. Appellate tribunal NCLAT. Okay?
appellate tribunal appeal படி next போறோம் இல்லையா?
ஆமா, அதான் appellate tribunal சொல்லுவாங்க. So this is tribunal, this is appellate tribunal.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next.
So whenever the NCLT contract cancels a contract, so such contract may have been prejudicial to the interest of the company.
See,
so
whenever the company has entered into a contract or arrangement, we studied later the previous point that they may even say this contract or agreement is void.
void.
Okay, so the other party can claim some compensation from this company. But compensation need not be paid when tribunal interfere and tribunal says it is void. Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
See, normally when you breach a contract, liquidated damages you have to pay. But in this case, you will not pay liquidated damages.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, second point enna? Director is removed.
Director is removed by a tribunal. Generally, we have to pay him compensation for removal. But when we remove such director is removed by the tribunal, no need to pay any compensation.
Very good, very good. Then
And he shall not be eligible to be appointed in any other company for
5
5
years.
years.
Okay, next Kumar, go for 244.
244 speaks about who has the right to apply to the tribunal.
Okay.
First of all, in case if the company has share capital, then not less than 100 members or 1/10 of the total number of members having paid up share capital.
See, இல்ல அதை விட்டுடு. First number சொல்லிடு. 100 or 1/10.
100 or 1.
அதுக்கப்புறம் ஷேர் கேபிட்டல் வா.
Okay.
Okay, 100 or 1/10. இங்க 1/10 வந்து issued capital.
Yes, sir. Second one is issued capital.
ஆமா. அடுத்தது when the company is not having share capital.
Share capital, then 1/5 of the total number of
Okay.
members.
See, எப்பவுமே when you are complaining for oppression, on that day of complaint, no, the oppression should be a valid one. Means on that day the oppression should be there.
Yes, sir.
Even after complaint, immediately when the oppression is not there also, tribunal will take the case.
Okay, sir.
Past and completed oppression will not be taken.
Yes, sir.
Okay, அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்கு. There are multiple things. Even if the case is filed later, the case is withdrawn also, they will probe into the case.
Yes, sir.
See, மூணு விஷயம். ஒன்னு, on that date there should be an oppression.
Yes, sir.
Even if you withdraw, the case will continue. Even if the oppression is solved or mismanagement solved later, the petition will continue.
Continue.
But in case oppression was there previously, but it is not there today,
Yes, sir.
today you cannot file the case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are all things to be remembered. And இதுக்கெல்லாம் கேஸ்லாம் இருக்கு.
Okay, sir.
Okay, in our book there is a separate page for case laws.
Yes, sir.
அந்த case law pages நீ பாருங்க எல்லாரும். Indexல you can see case law page இருக்கும். Go to that index, see that case law page after today's class.
Okay.
ராஜமுந்திரி எலக்ட்ரிக் கார்ப்பரேஷன் இருக்கும். ஓகே, வக்காரியாலாம் நிறைய கேஸ் இருக்கும். ஆனா
Cyrus Mystery versus Tata sir.
இல்ல, ஆக்சுவலி this Cyrus Mystery case வந்து இட்ஸ் a very different case. அது வந்துட்டு இந்த நம்பர் ஆஃப் மெம்பர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஈக்விட்டி ஷேர் கேபிட்டல் கேஸ். அது Cyrus Mystery is having huge amount of equity shares. 19% of equity shares he is having. Okay, so he thought that he can file the case against Tata. But in case of issued capital, if you see total issued capital, there is
equity and preference.
equity and preference. Hence, equity and preference add பண்ணி total பார்த்தா Cyrus Ministry share is only 2-3%. So Tata told it is less than 10%, so they cannot file.
So 244 report பண்ணாலியா sir?
அதாமா 244ல you cannot file it அப்படின்னு சொல்லி Tata argued. So Tata argued that you should not take this case because it is less than 20%.
Okay.
But there is one proviso in that if NCLT thinks fit, even if it is less than this percentage prescribed, they can take the case.
Case to case basis.
ஆமா அது இருக்குதாங்க அங்க ஒரு proviso இருக்கு.
We have to give an opportunity of being heard.
இல்ல அது மட்டும் இல்ல NCLTக்கு அந்த பவர் இருக்கு அந்த செக்ஷன் படி.
Okay.
Okay.
If they think they can take up the case.
Exactly. Yeah. Next.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
So what's the main difference between this oppression and prejudice, sir?
See, prejudice is the affected thing. The word which denotes the affected. Okay, that's called prejudice. Not in good interest. That is called prejudice.
Okay.
Okay, that is termed as oppression in the Companies Act. Prejudicial to the interest of the company, prejudicial to the interest of member. This is called oppression.
Okay, sir.
Okay, when you did something which is not in good interest,
Which is prejudicial.
which is called prejudice, which is called oppression in the Companies Act.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay, then class action suits 245. Come on.
Class action suit means the suit filed by the members or deposit holders against the auditors or experts' opinion, etc. So, what are the circumstances under which they can?
See, there are two people they are discussing here. What are the two people who can complain?
Deposit holders and members.
Okay, see, normal oppressions can be complained only by members.
Yes. Class
Okay,
action suit
class action can be complained even by depositors. Continue.
In case if any rights are affected against the shareholders, or if the company is going to violate any provisions of which is mentioned in memorandum or articles of association, that is going ultra vires the memorandum or articles of association, then in case if they feel that there is any misstatement in the financial statements or auditor's report or any expert's opinion, then they can go in for suit under section 245. In case if the tribunal is getting multiple applications, then they will appoint a lead applicant and other petitioners will be called as co-applicants, and the decision which is taken will be binding on all other petitioners also.
Okay, then what kind of things and all will be complained here?
Which is when the rights of the shareholders are getting affected.
See, when you are modifying the MOA, AOA,
yes.
okay, when you are altering that, when you are changing the terms and conditions of deposit holders,
Yes, sir.
when you pass some board resolution or ordinary resolution which is prejudicial,
Yes, sir.
okay, kind of. So auditors can also be a party. Okay, no, it's not a respondent. It's not petitioner is a member. Auditor will be the respondent. Auditor, expert and all will be respondent. See, Satyam scam is the major reason for introducing this section. Because, PwC ki. Okay, America they can file class action suits 2009 But India they cannot file class action suits.
என்ன suits புரியல?
Class action suit.
Class action suits வந்துட்டு அப்போ
Class action.
class action suits வந்து அப்போ அங்க ஆடிட்டர் மேல போடலாம், இங்க போட முடியாது. ஏன்னா அப்போ இந்த செக்ஷனே இல்ல. So 2014 தான் the section has been introduced. Okay, so they can file damages and compensation from the auditors. Please understand. Okay, so we should be very careful as an auditor. So shareholder can directly file a case on us for giving misleading statement. And supporting to this, section 448 or section is there. Giving false statement க்கு fraud க்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி there is an penalty. Okay, கொஞ்சம் imprisonmentலாம் கொஞ்சம் ஹெவியா இருக்கும் அதுல. Okay, if public is affected, minimum 3 years imprisonment. Section 147 1 year only imprisonment. Can you able to understand? But 448 la 3 years to 10 years imprisonment. Minimum 3 years சொல்லிருக்கான்.
Okay, sir.
புரிஞ்சுதா உனக்கு?
Yes, sir.
10 years ன்றது மேக்ஸிமம். 10 years லிமிட் கூட கிடையாது. In fact, public is not affected na 6 months to 10 years. Public is affected na minimum 3 years சொல்லிருக்கான். Okay, next. So how much members have to comply? 100 or 5%.
Or one tenth of the.
இல்ல 100 or 5%.
Okay, sir.
Okay, 2019 la it got amended.
Okay, sir.
Okay, in the rules they have introduced this.
Okay.
Okay, 100 or 5%, whichever is less.
Okay, sir.
Can you able to understand?
Yes.
Not having share capital na 1/5 அங்க 20% போட்டுருக்கான். See, நார்மலா நம்ம எல்லா இடத்துலயும் 10% இருக்கும் கரெக்ட்டா?
Yes, sir.
இங்க they have reduced to 5%. Please understand, very very important.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
not less than 100 numbers
Or 5%.
or 5% of the numbers.
Okay, sir.
Okay, அதுக்கப்புறம் வேல்யூல 5% of the share capital, issued share capital. Please understand, very very important.
Both needs to be.
இல்ல any one of the right numbers வேற வேல்யூடா. See, a single percentage may hold more than this value நோடா. They may not be in hundreds da.
Okay, sir.
Okay, அதே மாதிரி non share capital company section 8 company லனா 20% of the numbers.
Okay, sir.
Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Deposit holders la same 100 or 5% of the numbers.
Okay, sir.
Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
So what tribunal will ask? What tribunal will see? The person filing the case should be in good faith.
Okay, sir.
Okay, there is no malicious interest. He cannot என்ன சொல்றது, hypothetically argue. Sir, இதெல்லாம் நடந்துரும். Can you able to hypothetically you cannot argue. You should have a material evidence.
Okay, sir. Then only we can come.
Exactly. Okay, then. So once they admitted, even if there is multiple case, they will consolidate and they will happen in the same court.
It's a lead applicant.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it is binding on all people. That and all you already told.
Yes.
Okay. Then what is section 246?
Even at the time of winding up the operation and mismanagement, it will continue. Sir.
Exactly.
Because it may be due to this also winding up may happen.
Exactly.
So it may.
So at the time of winding up also, we can initiate this oppression case.
Operation mismanagement.
Exactly.
Yes.
So whether directors can file oppression mismanagement?
We can file, sir.
No, only members can file. Please understand.
Oh, why so, sir?
அதான் சொன்னேனடா, who can file ன்று, only members can file.
Okay, sir.
Directors cannot file.
Okay.
So in the member capacity only they can file the suits.
Okay, sir.
Even member is a creditor, they cannot file the suit as a creditor. They can file only as a member.
Oh.
Can you able to understand?
Yes.
Then, if there is 50-50, okay, partners, there are two partners, two people in the company. I am 50 and you are 50. Now, there is no majority, minority and all.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so no one can oppress anyone in Ramarla, they have given justification. Okay, no one can oppress because both are equal partners, no. How one person can oppress you?
Yes, sir.
அது ஒன்று. See, sometimes oppression இருக்கிறதுனால you can introduce section 163. What is 163? The proportional representation director தானடா?
163 proportional representation.
அதுதான். அந்த minority affect ஆனாங்கன்னா they can introduce that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா ஒரு டிவிடெண்ட் கொடுக்கலன்னா ஆப்ரேஷன் கிடையாது. Okay, sir, this company is not paying the dividend. This is not oppression. Because if they pay dividend, the reserves will reduce, the book value of the shares will reduce. If they didn't pay the dividend, the book value of the shares will increase. So you will get capital gains, correct?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, you will get that income.
Okay, sir.
If you pay interest, you have to borrow.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't pay interest, you need not borrow. So non-payment of dividend, irregular payment of TDS, this is not oppression.
sir.
There are many cases for it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
Then. ஸோ irregular payment of 3 days இருந்தால் அது கேஸில் வரும் உங்களுக்கு இன்சூரன்ஸ் புக்கில் கொடுப்பாங்க இந்த மாதிரி இது. எஸ்
சார் இப்போ மல்டி டிசிப்ளினரி மாதிரி எல்லாம் கேட்பாங்களா எக்ஸாம்ஸ்ல? லைக் 2-3 செக்ஷனை கம்பைன் பண்ணி எல்லாம்.
Why not? They have all the rights to ask.
அதுதான் சார் பயமா இருக்கு.
Why you should fear? நீ வர இப்போ நம்ம இந்த கிளாஸ் முடிக்கிறோம்ல, you please go and argue with your juniors, your seniors. அப்போதான் தெரியும் where you people aren't. See, today we are almost in the 8th day of class னு வெச்சுக்கோ. 7th or 8th day in the class. So whatever you didn't study for last 365 days, in the 7 days you completed, no? Now how many sections you completed, you tell me? We started with 149. Today we are in
246.
almost 100 sections. 100 sections இப்போ உனக்கு ஃபிங்கர் டிப்ஸ்ல இருக்குல்ல.
செக்ஷன்ஸ் ஓகே சார். இப்போ என்னன்னா அந்த क्वेश्चन பேங்க் பாக்கும்போது டக்குன்னு வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லைன் வந்து வேற செக்ஷன் மாதிரி ஆரம்பிச்சு அதோட ஹார்ட் ஆஃப் தி இது வந்து ஒரு பர்టిక్యులர் செக்ஷனை பாயிண்ட் பண்ணுது. ஏன்னா நம்ம வந்து செக்ஷன் வைஸ் கேஸ் ஸ்டடீஸ்லாம் படிக்கிறோம் क्वेश्चन பேங்க்ல. சோ அதனால தெரியும் இந்த क्वेश्चन இதுல.
See, at least you are now exposed to that, correct?
அதான் சார்.
How many people are not even exposed to that? See, இது நீ பார்த்ததனால ஓ இப்படி எல்லாம் கேட்பாங்கன்னா நீ ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் இட், கரெக்ட்டா?
கரெக்ட் சார்.
That is why it has been given to you. See, I am trying to expose you to that situation. ரெடி ஆகுங்க. புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது உனக்கு? You be ready for that kind of situation. இப்போ வாருக்கு போகும்போது மல்டிபிள் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி எடுத்துட்டு போவோம்ல. நீங்க தான் மணி ஈஸ்ட் பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? மணி ஈஸ்ட் வெப் சீரிஸ். மணி ஈஸ்ட்ல பிளான் எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? கடைசியில பிளான் பாரிஸ் வரைக்கும் இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த போட்டுட்டே இருக்கணும் பிளான். ஸோ இப்படி போனா இப்படி அப்படி போனா. ஸோ வி ஷுட் பி ரெடி ஃபார் ஆல் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் சிச்சுவேஷன் அண்ட் ஆல் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் கொஸ்டின். பயப்படவே பயப்படாது. ஐ வில் ஆல்வேஸ் ஆஸ்க் பீப்புள் டு ஆஸ்க் அண்ட் ப்ரே ஃபார் டிஃபிகல்ட் பேப்பர். பிகாஸ் டிஃபிகல்ட் பேப்பர்ல த பீப்புள் ஹூ ஜஸ்ட் கான் த்ரூ திஸ் பிராக்டிஸ் cannot survive. ரியலான செக்ஷன்ஸ் தெரியணும், இன்டெப்த் நாலேஜ் இருக்கணும். அப்போதான் those people will survive. வெறும் இந்த பாஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம் क्वेश्चन பேப்பர் பார்த்துட்டு வந்துட்டு எவ்வளவு பேர் வெறும் ஆர்டிபி படிச்சுட்டு போய் எக்ஸாம் எழுதி பாஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க? ஓகே, அப்படிலாம் இருக்க கூடாது. See, every question paper should be a new question paper. பாஸ்ட்ல கேட்டிருக்க கூடாது அந்த क्वेश्चन. Can you understand? அப்படி ஒரு क्वेश्चन பேப்பர் ரெடி பண்ணணும். அதை கொடுத்தா நீங்க எழுதணும். சரி, பெர்முடேஷன் காம்பினேஷன் படிங்களேன். See, why you are thinking as a student? Tomorrow you are going to be chartered accountant. Cases will come like this. அப்ப என்ன சொல்லுவ? வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க சார், நான் வந்து क्वेश्चन பேங்க் படிச்சுட்டு உங்க क्वेश्चन ஏதாவது இங்க இருக்கான்னு பாக்குறேன், உங்க சிச்சுவேஷன் பாப்பியா? புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது? See, you are now chartered accountant. See, the ஒரு brain of chartered accountant will be developed over a period of time. For 3 years நீ ஆர்டிகல்ச்சர் பண்றதுல உன் brain develop ஆகும். That day when you see that pink color screen or blue color screen, that day you will be passed. That single day no additional knowledge will come to you. Whatever we are developing in this 3 years only, it's a foundation for you. Can you able to understand?
Yes sir.
So get ready for the worst situation. இப்போ வீட்ல சொல்லுவாங்க சேவ் பண்ணுன்ட்டு. இப்போ உங்க ஃபேமிலிலேயே ஒருத்தர் என்ன பண்ணுவாரு? அந்தந்த மந்தோட சேலரி அந்தந்த மந்த் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவாரு. இன்னொருத்தங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? 50% சேவ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சேவ் பண்ணுவாங்க, அதை வச்சு தான் ஸ்பெண்டே பண்ணுவாங்க. கரெக்டா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் they will do savings, then only they will do spending. Those people can easily survive in corona period. The people who spend the money lavishly and today if they lost their salary, suicide தான் பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க எல்லாம். புரியுதா? So always we should be ready for the worst situation. நம்ம எல்லாம் ஈஸியா சர்வை பண்ணி வெளில வந்துடலாம் கொரோனால. Because we have at least 1 year ஆன சேவிங்ஸ் நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கும். நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 year நம்ம ஈஸியா போக முடியும். புரிஞ்சுதா? அந்த மாதிரி when you study, you should always study for the worst case scenario. Prepare yourself for the worst question paper. Then if the question paper comes easily, then you can easily pass and get exemption. At least if you can prepare yourself for the worst question paper, very difficult question paper, you can even pass. அப்ப ஜாலியா வந்தவன் என்ன ஆவான்? சும்மா நுனிப்புல் மெஞ்சிட்டு வந்தவன் என்ன ஆவான்? புரிஞ்சுதா?
can't get through.
So I want you to be a toughest person. Don't expect easy questions. Sir, inga they have to mix the questions. Economically நம்ம ஒரு இது படிப்போம். Okay, I don't know which optional subject you have taken. Okay, I will always tell people to take economic law. செம்ம இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். அவன் மிக்ஸ் பண்ணுவான். நீ வந்து ஒரு ஆக்ட்ல இருக்கிற 2 செக்ஷன் 3 செக்ஷன் மிக்ஸ் பண்றத பத்தி யோசிக்கிற. அவன் 3 ஆக்ட்ஸ் மிக்ஸ் பண்ணுவான். காம்படிஷன் ஆக்ட்ல இருந்து பினாமி போய் ஃபெமா வருவான். சம்டைம் ரேரா பினாமி ஃபெமா இருக்கும். Can you able to understand? That is the என்ன சொல்றது, அதுதான் லைஃப் சூப்பரா இருக்கும். ஒரு கேஸ் நீ பார்க்கும்போது அப்படியே உனக்கு தோணணும், மல்டிபிளா தோணணும். அப்படி இருந்தாதான் சிஏ இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். புக்கு படிச்சுட்டு எக்ஸாம் எழுதுறது என்ன இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்? புரிஞ்சு நான் சொல்றது? அந்த மாதிரி ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணு. See, the destination is not important, the journey is important. Your preparation is very important. Leave the result. Ask yourself whether I have prepared for the best star. I can give 100%. இதுக்கு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணு. Okay, now we will go to the next section. முடிஞ்சிச்சு இல்லடா?
Registered valuers.
Okay, so this chapter is over. The next chapter is registered valuer chapter, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so section 247.
So a person.
Wait பண்ணு. வேற யாரா சொல்ல வைக்கலாம். இல்ல ஜிகே சொல்றியா? இல்ல ரொம்ப கட் ஆகுது, நீ கட் பண்ணு. ராஜேஸ்வரி சொல்றியா?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, tell.
The section is mandatory applicable from 1st February 2019.
Yes.
The section speaks about if the company wants to value any shares or securities or revaluation of any assets, only the registered valuers can do such valuation.
Very good.
Not other than the registered, no one can do the valuation.
Very good. So who can qualify to become a registered valuer?
Yes, a postgraduate from a recognized university having minimum 3 years of experience or a batch having
Bachelor degree, 5 years experience. Then like us, professionals.
5 years of experience.
Professionals ku?
Sir?
Professionals ku?
Professionals ku 3 years of experience.
Yeah, good. What examination they should write?
Examination conducted by IBBI.
Exactly. So valuation examination conducted by IBBI.
You told that is a 50 hours program. Sir.
Yes, 50 hours program. They should first go through the 50 hours program and they should write this examination. Okay, there is our case study and multiple choice question papers will be there. Okay, that examination. Then tell me the subsection 2. Okay, they should not be related to the companies. In past 3 years.
Yes, sir.
They should not done any type of assignments in last 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then.
And there is also exemption to become exclusions or exemptions to become.
Yeah, exemption is there. Who need not write the examination?
A person with a minimum, a professional person with minimum 50 years of age.
50 age.
And also.
Done valuation of.
10 projects.
Of value how much?
Having value 5 crore on.
Very good, 5 crores. Okay, now continue.
He need not write IBPI exam. He can also do the registered. He can also do valuation.
Okay.
Then the registered valuer should possess some qualifications, such as he should be impartial and he should exercise due diligence in this act. Then by doing valuations, he should follow internationally accepted standards. Then he should not be related.
See, ICAI has given now a standard. I will tell you. See, there are two types of standards. One is international valuation standards. Another one is ICAI's RVO valuation standards. ICAI RVO, Registered Valuer Organization. Okay, so we are all called as registered valuers once we pass the examination.
Okay.
ICAI has started one organization. It's a Section 8 company which is called ICAI RVO. Okay, avanga they have introduced standards which is also accepted in India. புரிஞ்சுதா? இதெல்லாம் practically சொல்றேன் நான். Because I am studying that valuation standards. That's why I am telling.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Sir, only the person who is in practice only can become registered valuer, right, sir? Not in service.
Practice.
In practice.
Yeah. Then
the value, the report prepared by you, the contents of the valuation reports are the purpose of the valuation, then the background information regarding the valuation, then whether he had used any experts' advice in that valuation report, then date of his appointment, date of the report, then the methods used by the registered valuer to assess the value, then the conclusion, then the disclaimer.
Very good.
Regarding, that is this report is
Understood. Okay, done.
only up.
See, there is one company which is asking you to do valuation. This company has purchased last year one asset from one firm where your relative is a partner. Can you do valuation of this company's assets?
No, sir.
No, you cannot do. 3 years at least you should be non-relative.
Directly. Yes, sir.
Okay.
3 years should have allowed.
Exactly. So this and all we completed today, is correct?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, okay. Hope third test you are all started writing. Third test படிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்களா, எழுதுறீங்களா?
Started studying, sir.
So by tomorrow you should complete third test.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then day after tomorrow fourth test வரும். Because we completed that fourth test portion also today.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so இன்னைக்கே எழுதுறீங்க. Yesterday you should write. Maximum by today you should have finished it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Don't think that I have to complete the question bank to write the test. வேலைக்கே ஆகாது. Question bank is just to refer. Start writing it. Understood? See you. Bye. Good night. Tomorrow we will see. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, sir.
என்னடா குழந்தைலாம் போய் சொல்லுது